Hello. So in this problem, our problem is to design a joint. So in this problem, we will design a joint and we will try to understand what is this meaning of design of joint and what are we are supposed to calculate or what we are supposed to design in a particular joint. So now there is a problem which is two flat bars, which is, I mean, the grade of those flat bars is Fe415 grade steel, and each of these flat bars are of size 200 and 8 mm. And these two bars are to be jointed using 20 diameter bolt, and the grade of bolt is 4.6, and the joint is of lap type, which means there is a lap joint. So lap joint is something like this. Okay, so it is very it is different from the butt joint. The joint is supposed to transfer a factored load. Well, there is a load which is already given there, so we need to design a joint which can transfer this factored load, which is 250 kilonewton. So we have to design the joint and we have to determine the suitable pitch for the bolt. So now we will see what are the things that we have to determine to design this joint. So first thing that we have to find out is the number of bolts. How many bolts are required? To transfer this load safely. Number of bolts. Then next thing is we need to find out the pitch. What should be the pitch of the bolt? Edge distance of the bolt. This is also we need to find out. Okay, so these are the things that we have to determine in this. So to calculate the number of bolts, we need to find out the strength of one bolt. So number of bolt can be simply calculated. Number of bolt will be the factored load divided by strength of one bolt. Okay, so this is the formula that works to calculate the number of bolts. So number of bolts will be calculated if we get the strength of one bolt. Now we know strength of one bolt or strength of bolt will be determined if we are able to calculate the shear strength of the bolt and bearing strength. So strength of bolt will be the least of shearing strength of the bolt and the bearing strength of the bolt. So first example was based on that. So you can refer to that, how to get information, how to get the strength of one bolt. So here so all the given data we write here. So this is what we are supposed to do first. So as okay, one more thing that I have to tell you. It says two flat bars. Yes, there are two flat bars, and as per steel table, it is ISF, which is Indian Standard Flat. Like angle sections are like this, and I sections like this. Similarly, flat bar is simply like this. So in that, you are given this dimension and this dimension, which is the thickness. So this 200 is this one, and this thickness is 8 mm. So length can be anything. Okay, so only two dimensions are given here. So flat bar, the grade of flat bar is also given here. So which means the FU, ultimate strength of flat bar, will be 410, and the strength of bolt will be 400. Similarly, the dia of bolt is given here 20 mm, and the hole, dia of hole will be 22 mm. ASB and then ANB, all this can be calculated. Then partial safety factor for bolt, which is 1.25, partial safety factor for steel plate or steel flat, which will be 1.25. So these are generally similar, same. So now, as I said, okay, one more thing. as I said, strength of bolt will be the least of bearing strength and the shearing strength. Bearing and shearing. So if you recall the formula that we use in bearing we generally use 2.5 kb into d into t into fu upon gamma m. Similarly, in shearing, the formula is the number of shear plane into a and b into uh, a and b into fub upon under root into gamma mb. So this is the formula that we generally use. So if we calculate shearing strength, we will not feel any problem because all the values are already given here. But to calculate the value of bearing strength, we will be required a very important factor, which is kb. Well, kb is dependent on 4 parameters, and in those 4 parameters we are required the value of pitch and the edge distance. Well, edge distance and pitch is not given in the question, so it will be very difficult to calculate the bearing strength of bolt in the beginning. Well, now we will take here, and from the experience we can assume that, or we can say that shear strength of the bolt in most of the cases is the governing factor, which means in most of the lap joint the bolt strength will be governed by the shear, which means bearing strength will mostly be higher than the shearing strength of the bolt. So that is why the least value of bearing and shearing we take as the strength of the bolt. So that is why we will assume that in our case also shearing strength will be the governing factor. So after, if we consider that if we calculate the shearing strength, then we will assume that the shearing strength will be the least value than the bearing strength, and based on that we will calculate the strength, and we will take this strength as the strength of bolt, and then we will calculate the number of bolts. And once we calculate the number of bolts, then we will find out the bearing strength and also try to find out the pitch by equating the shearing strength with the net tensile strength of the plate. So all these things I have written here. So okay, I will be reading here. So it says, since the pitch of the bolt is not known, the factor kb, well, this factor kb is related to the bearing strength. So this factor kb and thus bearing strength of the bolt cannot be determined in the beginning. However, in general, shear controls the strength of the joint and not the bearing. So as I said that in most of the cases, in case of lap joint, it is the shear which governs the design, because shear strength is the least from the tearing strength and bearing strength and shearing strength. Shearing strength is the least one. So therefore, strength of the joint on the basis of shear will be used to calculate the number of bolts. So as I said, we are not able to calculate here the bearing strength and the tearing strength of the plate. So that is why we will calculate the shearing strength, and we will consider that this is the strength of the joint. And based on that, we will calculate the pitch and edge distance and number of bolts. And once we calculate all the values, then we will calculate bearing strength. So if that bearing strength is more than the shearing strength that we have calculated earlier, then we will say that our design is safe. Otherwise, if this bearing strength is less than the shear strength that we have calculated, then we have to revise our design. So this is the process that we do. So all these things that I have said, I have written here. So it says thereafter a suitable pattern of bolts will also be decided. So once we calculate the number of bolts, then we decide a suitable pattern, in what pattern we have to arrange the bolts, and we will decide on the basis of the limitation of the width of flat. So only 200 mm width is there, so we will decide the arrangement of bolt based on that. And after that, to calculate the value of pitch, we will calculate that by equating the strength of the joint per pitch length in shear on bolt to the net strength of the flat. The pitch will be determined. So now this is the thing that I have written here. Now I will be showing you how we are doing it. So first thing that we can do here is shear strength of the bolt. It can be calculated in a very simple manner, because as I have shown you the formula, we are given A and B. We are already having the value of FUB and the gamma MB. All these values are here, and because these values are here, we are able to find out the value of VDSB, which is 45.26 kilonewton. So only this strength we can calculate from the given data, and now we are assuming that this shear strength will be the least one, and that is why we are considering that this strength will be the strength of the joint. And based on this fact, we will calculate the number of bolts required, which is the factored load divided by strength of one bolt. So strength of one bolt will again be VDSB. So strength of one bolt will be the least of bearing strength and shearing strength. So we are not able to calculate the bearing strength for the time being. So we are assuming that this VDSB will be the strength of bolt. So once we put this value here, we will be able to find out the number of bolts, which is about 5.5. So approximately we are taking 6 number of bolts in our joint. Now we have to arrange the bolts. So I have already arranged this. So like you can see, this is the width of flat, which is already here, and I have provided this these 6 bolts in 2 rows. One row is this one, and the second row will be this one. Okay, so I have provided this in this row, and you can see the section. Thickness of plate is 8 mm, and in the section you see 2 bolts. So we can say this double bolted lap joint. So now we are about to find out the strength of the joint per pitch length. I mean, our ultimate aim is to find out the pitch. So in this case, as we have already arranged this bolt in 2 rows, so our shear strength, now again see here, this shear strength, I have assumed that there is only one bolt. But once we calculate the number of bolts, we find that number of bolts is 6, and we have arranged this these 6 bolts in 2 rows. And in the section now we can see that there are 2 bolts per section in this section. So the shear strength will be twice because there are 2 bolts. So one shear plane is there, one shear plane is there. So there are 2 bolts. So that is why the shear strength that we have calculated earlier will be 2 times. So ultimately we can say that strength of joint per pitch length on the basis of shear will be 90.52. So that is the strength of joint that we are assuming on the basis of shearing criteria. Now we will equate this strength with the net tensile strength of the plate, basically to calculate the value of P. So we have seen this in the previous numerical that the net tensile strength, that is TDB, the formula for the same will be this one, 0.9 into FU into AN. Well, AN was the net area. So AN is P minus D naught into T. So here you can see P is there. So we are supposed to calculate this P. So what we have done is we have equated this value with this one, which is the shear strength, basically to find out the value of P. Okay. So now we see that P is 60.32. So this is the calculated value, and this 63.32, I mean, we are rounding off this to 65 mm, and this one is greater than the 2.5 times of D, which is the limitation of the pitch. So as per IS code, minimum pitch should be 2.5 times of D. So D is, in our case, is 20 mm, and the value becomes 50. So our value is more than 65, I mean more than 50. So we can say that the pitch is okay. Now, again in the diagram you can see now I have provided the pitch as I have already calculated this. So 65 into 65, so this becomes 130, and here the value is 210. Total width of flat is 210. So now we can find out the edge distance also. So this edge distance will be 210 minus 65 and divide by 2. Okay, so this becomes 40 mm on each side. So the edge distance becomes 40 mm and 65 becomes the pitch. Okay, so this is how we are calculating. So now we have the value of P and edge distance. So now we will be able to find. So here you can see I have already calculated here the value of edge distance, which is 40 mm, and this 40 mm is greater than the minimum recommended value of edge distance, which is 1.5 times of D naught. So 1.5 times of D naught is 33, and I have already provided this distance more than 33, which means I am on the safer side. So it is again okay. So now after providing the pitch and edge distance, now I will check the actual bearing strength. So as I said earlier that we are not able to find out bearing strength because we don't have the value of P and E. So now we got the value of P and E. Now we will be finding the bearing strength. So bearing strength formula is there. So main factor which we need to calculate, which is based on pitch and edge distance, it is KB. So KB is the least of E by 3 into D naught. So E is the edge distance. So we have already have the edge distance which is 40 and 3 times of D naught. So one value is 0.60. Then in the second parameter we put all the values and then we get the value 0.73. In the third criteria it is 0.975 and in the fourth criteria it is 1. So again we are having these 4 values. So the least value will be 0.6. So now the value of KB is 0.60. So after putting all the values, we get the bearing strength of the bolt as 76.80. And now you can see this bearing strength is more than the shearing strength of one bolt. So that is why I said that in most of the cases, bearing strength is generally more than the shearing strength. So that is why shearing strength is the main governing factor. So based on that, we have done our design. If by chance this value is lesser than the VDSB, then we were left with very much options, like either we redesign. So in the redesign form, we were simply need to alter this value. I mean, alter the value of BTB. How we can change this value? 20 is fixed, which is the dia. Thickness is fixed. All these values are fixed. Only this value is not fixed. It depends on 4 parameters. So by changing those parameters, we would be able to decrease or increase this value. So we will see that in the next example. How do we do that? So therefore, in our case, there is no need of revision and our design is safe. So now we can see we have designed our joint. Number of bolts here is 6, and we have arranged them in 2 rows. And strength of joint also calculated, and shear strength calculated, bearing strength also calculated, pitch also calculated, and edge distance also calculated. So all those things are calculated, and also I have shown this in the diagram also. So here you can see this is our design. Okay, thank you.